When I was 17 years old, I was actually abducted and molested for an extended period of time, and when I went to the police, they told me behind closed doors that, I'm not going to quote it directly, but they said that if I were female, they would pursue this, but since I'm a male, nobody cares.
Sexual assault is one of the most serious things you can do to someone, and every single individual needs to be held accountable.
It doesn't matter if you're naked or if you're in a burqa. That does not mean that you are available for sexual assault.
I'm very happy that, my sisters, my mothers, all the women in my life, that there's awareness right now, and there are organizations and people being vocal addressing issues, which is a serious issue, regarding sexual assault and molestation. I just wish that it would be extended to myself and my brothers and the men in my life as well.
It is such an intersectional issue that it doesn't matter if you're one of the richest women in the world in the movie industry or if you're one of the poorest people in the world. Like, sexual assault happens to everyone. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from.
We are making an effort to change the status quo so that people who have experienced sexual assault or sexual harassment feel like they can come forward and feel like we live in a world where they will be taken seriously.
I think that right now is an amazing time in Hollywood and in the media because there's so much coverage of sexual assault.
I mean, it's a complicated issue, but I think it is important that people are speaking up about it and raising awareness.
With the Me Too campaign, I was pretty surprised how many people I knew and how many people in general had experienced some form of sexual harassment or assault or something.
People are feeling so emboldened to talk about their stories, whether it's on social media or if it's in person, whether they press charges or not. I think it's amazing that it's not something that we're avoiding talking about.
We have to realize that not everybody's experiences are like ours, and problems that we don't see exist for other people.
We're progressing, but there still are people that will never tell their stories.
I feel like there's this general thought, especially among guys, that it's, this doesn't apply to me. But in reality, it applies to us more than to anyone else.
Like, we're not ruining these senators and actors' lives by exposing them. They're just terrible people who are finally having to answer for what they've done.
But we can't ignore the fact that most of the people that are doing sexual assault, and not only assault but also harassment and all kinds of just negative actions, are guys.
It does so much more good than harm to listen.
We should be listening to these stories, and we shouldn't be doubting them, because doubting them is doubting the facts that these things happen.
And also, we cannot shame victims. There's no reason to shame a victim. And so people should be able to come out and be honest about what's happening to them and seek justice.
A lot of these people aren't telling their stories to get personal gratification out of it. They're telling these stories so that it doesn't happen again to somebody else.
Once we start holding these individuals accountable, we'll see progress.
I feel like with moving forward, I think it's important to be open to people's opinions and experiences and how they want to help.
I mean, hashtag me too. It's my life, it's everybody's life, and it's really important. I think that if we can't even live in a world where men and women can treat each other with respect and decency, then we have a problem.
Welcome those that want to help, even if they don't know how, and be patient with yourself, be patient with other people in moving forward to figure out how to help eradicate a problem that's incredibly widespread.
It's definitely one of those problems that we should do everything we can to try and get rid of.
It fills me with hope that someday we'll be able to be open and honest with everything that's going on in the world.
These kinds of issues affect all of us, whether we like it or not. And there is always something we can do about it.
Nobody should be silent about it. It's something that is everybody's responsibility.